love
God.
you. We love you. Welcome
I
back.
love that I'm on the Martin Luther King show.
Yeah, of course you are.
I was like, did Michael Che trap me?
You look good, bud. It's good to see you. Welcome
great to
back.
see you, too.
I've actually gotten to see you since I think you were on the show with Che.
Yes, that's right.
Last time you were here.
That's right.
Then, in the meantime, I saw you at the Christmas episode of SNL.
Very fun.
That was a fantastic
Yep.
show, by the way. Well, I think one of the best weekend updates I've ever seen.
Oh, thank you. It was very.
Yeah.
It was.
Are you in trouble with Scarlett?
I'm in trouble, I think, with a lot of people.
She
Scarlett was
so,
genuinely so shocked.
her reactions were unbelievable. I love you.
It was because I was obviously surprised by everything, but they gave her a heads up. They were like, "Hey, would you be okay if Michael made a little like kind of vagina joke at some point?" And she was like, "Sure, whatever. I'm open to it." And so then when it was like the opposite, I didn't know where it was going, and then the graphic came up for Arby's.
That's all you need. That's all you need.
Scarlett is backstage like, "Oh my God, that's what it is."
Oh, it was honestly it was a legitimate live moment.
Yes, it really was.
And you weren't acting at all.
I was not. I can't act that well.
That was great. But then we also saw each other on the cover of New York Magazine.
Yes, this insane photo shoot.
Because it's the 50th anniversary of Saturday Night Live.
Yes.
And it's a big thing.
Look at this collection of people here.
Yeah,
and
this
it's such an honor to be with Steve Martin, Kenan Thompson, Will Forte, Candice Bergen, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Tina Fey, Seth Meyers. I'm there in a strange cowboy jacket. Then up there, you and Bowen.
Yeah.
And my favorite moment was you're up there on like a 3-story bunk bed, essentially. Yeah. And the guy put you a ladder up. You guys had to climb up a ladder to this top, and then he just took the ladder away. And you guys were like, "Oh, I guess we're up here for the next 45 minutes."
If something happened, we couldn't jump down. It was like, we were like
very
20
high.
feet. Yeah, very high up in the air. Yeah, I thought it was great. It was David LaChapelle.
Who's
amazing.
an incredible visionary photographer.
Yeah.
The way he works is sort of insane.
Yeah.
Because this group was all together. It was really cool. And then he starts blasting music. No one can hear what he's saying.
He had a bullhorn out.
He had a bullhorn, but he didn't point it towards us. He had a bullhorn but pointed towards the wall, so it did not help at all. And he's just yelling out, and he's yelling to all these people. He's like, "Steve Martin, you want to lose the glasses?" And Steve's like, "Well, I've had them for 40 years. I think I'm going to keep them." And he's like, "Julia Dreyfus, Tina Fey, like, pretend like you like each other." They were like, we do. We're friends. And he's like, yeah, sure. But for the photo, pretend. We're like, what?
We actually do that. Yeah, it was really fun.
It was wild.
And of course, they I think my pose, which I don't know what I'm doing. I think they asked for like a fun pose.
I love when a photographer's like, "Now let's do a fun one."
But I'm the only one that did the fun one. Everyone else, look how cool you look.
There's so few poses that men can do.
Wait, that's your fun one? Look at my fun one. My fun one's like. I don't even do that. Who does that?
Mine, I don't know. I went with the like, "No, I swear my hair is real," like that pose.
Oh yeah, that
was all I had.
Yeah, there's not many poses men
No.
could really.
No, there's like tie you can do.
Yeah.
There's one where you just do this, like maybe make sure I still have sleeves.
Yeah. Tie. Yeah, and then I just went full on like what?
It was an honor to be part of that group. It was crazy.
I mean, it's the big 50th special's coming up February 16th.
Yes.
Sunday live.
Yeah.
Live.
There are going to be a lot of people there. It's going to be crazy. It's now at the point where almost like the whole cast coming back, anyone who's been a cast member, anyone who's been a host, can barely fit in the studio.
Yeah, no, seriously.
It's going to be
been
crazy.
50 years. It's going to be nuts. Yeah. But you were there out of 50 seasons. You were there for 20 seasons.
This is my 20th as a writer. Yeah.
Dude, that's amazing. Joe, that's crazy.
It is crazy.
And I remember you as a writer and stuff like that. And I was like, were you in any sketches? Because sometimes
they'll put people in. I wrote, well, there were all these audition pieces that we've done through the years at SNL. Steve Higgins actually did the original one, wrote the original one, which was Star Wars auditions, which are really great ones from the 90s.
Yep.
And I wrote these ones for Back to the Future and Top Gun. And so they were like, "You got to be in there." They gave me like an 80s polo shirt. And I'm doing the clacker. If you can see, there's one of me.
I have a photo
with Bill Hader as his great Alan Alda
he does
impression.
An amazing
incredible.
Alan Alda. Yeah.
And then on Weekend Update, Seth and Amy.
Yeah.
When I was there, they would occasionally be like, "Hey, we're going to use a photo of you. Can we take a photo of you for a graphic for Weekend Update?" And I'd be like, "Oh, sure. What's the story?" And they're like, "Well, you'll watch. You'll see."
So this is like,
So the first one, they said, this is going to be, we need a cool teacher.
Yeah,
Cool teacher, and the story was a teacher that got STDs from his students. So that was cool for my mom.
Yeah, the whole family was enjoying
I was like,
that.
I got a new job, Mom. This was a guy who was attempting to, like, sex trap cougars in the Hamptons. Had to be me for that one. And then this next one, before you show it, the story was TSA had a new body scanner. But if the airport couldn't afford a body scanner, they were just going to use Carlo. And it was... And
you were Carlo. Yeah.
And I was Carlo.
There you go.
Wow.
Check it out. Yeah, that's not bad. You're crushing it, bud. Pop culture Jeopardy.
I love it. It's such a fun... All the people on it have all this insane knowledge that I cannot believe they have. It's kind of terrifying.
Oh, it's
great. But it's really impressive.
Yeah.
It's a great crew.
And we were doing a little research, and it turns out it's your first time hosting a game show, but not the first time you've been on a game show.
Yes. Well, you're laughing like you already know what's coming.
Yeah.
I was on a college episode of The Weakest Link. I don't know if you guys recall The Weakest Link.
Of course.
Yes, I was on that show.
Were you nervous? Do you remember being...
I was extremely nervous. I'd never been... It was in Los Angeles. I'd never been to Los Angeles before. I'd never been on any sort of show. And I was there, and I wouldn't say that I did great on the show.
No, that's not. I'm sure that's not true. You're a very intelligent guy. I mean, I wish there was video of it.
Wait.
Let's just take a look at this. Here's Colin Jost as the contestant.
Oh, you don't need to. Oh.
Colin, in the Northern Hemisphere, the month of August falls in which of the 4 seasons?
Fall.
No, summer.
I would have said fall, too.
Yeah, totally. A lot of people say fall. What season is August in? And I said fall. I, by the way, thought about it, then said fall. So much more humiliating when you're wearing a Harvard sweatshirt. God.
How did you end up on that show? You applied to
literally, this is the time of in life it was. I answered a random landline. And a guy was like, they weren't calling for me. They were like, hey, do you want to be on a game show? And I was like, sure.
Yeah, of course.
And I can't believe this wasn't a scam. And they gave me like a trivia quiz over the thing. And they were like, we're going to fly you to L.A. Like, this wasn't a kidnapping. I cannot believe it.
Like,
we're going to fly you to L.A., quick stop in Russia. Just get on a plane. And they flew me out. And I was, you know what, like that game show had a voiceover every round. And at every single round, it was, statistically, the weakest link this round was Colin.
Yeah.
Every single round, and then I managed to get in, survive till the end, and then I ran the table at the end.
How much money did you win?
But I had been so bad at the game that there was almost no money to win because I had gotten it all wrong. So I won like $5,000, which at the time was great.
Not bad.
The person after me won $60,000, the game after me. And then I was with we were all in a hotel, all the contestants, so I just used all the money and we just bought like beer and wine and went in a giant 20-person hot tub, and that was basically the money.
Yeah, college kid, that's what you do.
That's what you do. It was a college episode.
Do you feel like you bond with the contestants on Pop Culture Jeopardy because you've been on the other side?
I've seen the worst of it, and I've lived the worst. I have a lot of empathy for them. It's very hard to answer trivia questions, let alone under the gun like that. You have like 3 seconds to answer. You're in a weird foreign studio. It's great.
Yeah, at home, by the way, I'm great at Jeopardy.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, oh, dude, buzzing in.
Totally.
Fake buzzer, everything. But holding a real buzzer, it's a totally different game.
Yeah, and this is 9 people. There's 3 teams of 3, so it's like really hard to get in there and buzz. Yeah. Every time, what I think we say about trivia is, I'm great at trivia as long as it's trivia I know.
I want to show everyone a clip. Here's Colin Jost hosting Pop Culture Jeopardy. Take a look at this.
I also see that, Alessandra, you're in Carlos's phone as Hotsky and Butch. What does that mean?
I sure am. It's because I didn't know the name of...
This is the generation
you didn't know the name of
Starsky and Hutch.
And you thought Starsky and Hutch was Hotsky and Butch.
Yes, and I would 100% watch that as well.
Okay, well, I'm very excited to see how you do on Pop Culture Jeopardy.
Colin Jost, everybody! New episodes of Pop Culture Jeopardy are available Wednesdays on Prime Video, and Saturday Night Live airs this Saturday with host and musical guest Timothy Chalamet. We'll be right back with more Tonight Show. Stick around, everybody.